training session, guys, and my name is Kenny, and I will guide you through the introduction and the configuration of LEGO M100 dispatch microphone console today. And during this session, we will cover you the main features, hardware details, button configuration, audio management, and device scheduler features. Okay, and I think we could start now. Okay, first let's have an overview of the M100. The M100 is a professional SIP-enabled dispatch microphone console. It supports multiple communication methods, including point-to-point SIP calls, multicast paging, zone paging, and music playback. Okay, the dispatch console has 30 programmable fast keys. Each key can be assigned to a specific action, allowing one mute. Okay. Hello，还没有吗？我这里已经显示有了。OK，这尴尬。Okay, let's continue. Here's the specification of the M100. Okay, you will see the dimension of the device is 210 millimeters in width and 190 millimeters in depth and 46 millimeters in height. And it supports PoE supply and complying with 802.3 AF and AT standards, which simplifies the installation. And by the way, the M100 supports a TF card of up to 32 gigabytes, and it can store audio files and playlists. The speaker's maximum sound pressure level is 100 decibels with a sensitivity of 95 plus or minus 3 decibels at 1 watt per 1 meter. Okay, and the microphone support up to 110 decibels max SPL, and these specifications ensure a clear audio for both paging and intercom functions. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, next, let's look at the front panel. The M100 features a 4.3-inch color LCD screen. The screen shows the real-time information such as active pages, incoming calls, and the names of your fast keys. And the dispatch console includes the dial keys for manually dialing numbers, and it also has the page up and the page down keys for navigating through multiple pages of fast keys. And there are up to 30 programmable function keys to be configured. And each key can be assigned to one or more actions such as SIP calls, HTTP requests, DTMF requests, relay control, or multicast. And keys indicate status with colors. The green one means the key is active but not executing. The red one means the key action is currently running, and the unconfigured keys will remain off. Okay, and color feedback will allow the operators to quickly understand which keys are in use or idle. Okay, and let's move on to the next page. And our M100 is equipped with the built-in dial keyboard. When you press the dial key on the left side, and a dialing interface will automatically appear on the LCD screen. From the dialing screen, you can directly enter the extension number for SIP paging. After dialing the extension, you can initiate either a SIP paging call or a two-way communication intercom call, depending on the system configuration. And this will provide you a flexible way to communicate without using programmed function keys. And all the keyboard is especially useful for temporary communication scenarios. For example, you want to find somebody, you can just enter the extension SIP number to make a live SIP paging call. Okay, and in the next page, it shows the mute keys and the volume keys on the M100. Okay, the mute key is located on the front panel as well. You can just press it, and the M100 will mute or unmute your microphone during a call or a paging session. And the volume adjustment key is also available too. In the intercom mode, you can use it to increase or decrease the speaker volume, allowing you to control audio output without affecting other settings. And it is especially useful in some noisy environments or in some broadcasting announcement scenarios. Okay, let's move on to the back panel of the M100. You will see several important interfaces on the back of the M100. The first one is the power button, and you will also see the 12 volts DC power input for backup or non-PoE installations. And you will also find the interfaces for reset, and you will see the system light and power light to show the status of the device. And for the Phoenix blocks, we provide you the direct contact, the switch quantity, and we also provide the RS485 communication block, and it will allow the integration with some external control systems or some external devices such as the alarm light or the door strike or some building automation. Okay. In addition, the M100 is equipped with the TF card slot on the back panel, and you can insert the 32 gigabyte TF card inside it, and it will allow you to insert or remove when needed, and it is used for storing the audio files to be played. And the back panel also provides you some audio interfaces, including the audio output interface and the microphone input interface. And these interfaces allow the M100 to connect to the external audio equipment, providing you more flexibility in audio integration. Okay, that's the first part, and let's move on to the next part. I will talk about some features of the M100. Okay, first of all, let's review the main functions of the M100 microphone console. It can support SIP zone paging, working with our IP audio center or some third-party SIP server, which allow you to broadcast messages to a specific group of devices. And we also provide you the point-to-point SIP calls. It will allow you the direct communication with a specific extension. And if you don't want to use a SIP server or any other server, you can just use our multicast feature to realize. Okay. Multicast paging will enable one-to-many communication without a SIP server, and the multicast music playback feature will broadcast music to multiple zones. And we also provide you the API feature. The HTTP command distribution will allow the external system to trigger M100 actions via API calls. And the built-in calendar event scheduler feature can automate tasks at specific times or dates. And I think all these features will make the M100 suitable for all the commercial communication environments, such as schools, hospitals, and the government. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now let's focus on the button settings. It's the highlight feature of the M100, and I will show you how to configure all of these buttons and how to work with the IP audio center. Okay, first of all, we need to log into the M100's web GUI, and enter the default password and username admin to go into the web GUI, and you will see the basic settings on the left navigation bar, and you will go into the button settings to configure the 30 programmable keys as you need. Okay, and you can assign different actions to any of the 30 fast keys, and the available actions include the outgoing call, HTTP request, DTMF request, relay control, and the multicast. And when a button is configured, the light will become green, and when it was executed, it will turn to red. Okay, and first of all, for the outgoing call button, you need to select one button you want to be configured, and you will see the activate button, and you enable this, and you can give it a name such as outgoing call to run. Okay, and for the action options, you need to select the outgoing call, and next you will see the audio source. You can choose from the built-in microphone or an external audio input. Okay, here I choose the microphone, and you need to set the destination extension number for the call. Here I enter the 1005. As for the line, you can set it as default, or you can choose it as a specific zip line. Okay, and check this out. Okay, character is long. Long one will be fine. Sorry. Click submit button to save the settings. Okay, and you can also set it as to trigger the HTTP request. You can just simply enter the HTTP URL, which defines the action to execute when the button is pressed. For example, the button can be configured to trigger an API to allow other devices to play the ringtones, such as you can copy the IC15's play music API into here, and after you pressing this button, and the IC15 will execute the task automatically. Okay, let's move on to the next feature. The DTMF request will send a predefined key sequence to the remote devices. You can configure the DTMF number here, such as *1, and after you enter the *1 during the SIP session, and this number will be sent to the remote device, and it is often used for interacting with the DOS track. That means during a SIP call, you can unlock the DOS track from the remote side. Okay, and we also support the relay control function through the function key, and the relay control buttons will allow you to control the external devices directly, and there are two methods of the for the relay control: the monostable and bistable. And in bistable mode, the relay will stay on until you manually press the button again to turn it off. And if you choose the monostable mode, and the relay will be activated for a specific duration that you set, and then turn off automatically. Okay, and this feature can be used for the DOS track, limelights, or some external devices. You can configure these two different modes as you need. Okay, and the next feature is the multicast feature, and I think it's the most important feature in for the function key, because for some serverless scenarios, we always use the multicast transmitter function to play some paging or play some background music to the to different zones and to different devices. And first of all, for the multicast paging, you can choose the microphone or the audio input. As for the audio source, here I want to use our built-in microphone to make a live paging. And next, you need to enter the target devices multicast destination address, such as 239.168.4.1, and you need to add port number 2. Okay, and next you need to select the codec, MP3, G722, G711. It depends on the network and your quality requirements. Okay, and you can also enable or disable the prom sound before the broadcasting starting, and you can configure multiple multicast paging keys to make different zones for announcements. That means you can configure the button 1 to trigger the zone 1's live paging, and you can also configure the button 2 to trigger the zone 2's live paging. Okay, and next you can also play the preloaded music or audio files via the multicast feature tool. Here you need to choose the audio file or the playlist to work as the audio source. And here I choose the audio source as the audio file, and here you could select the audio file from your TF card. And you can set the number of the playback times, and if you set it to 0, it will loop the audio continuously. And here you need to configure the multicast address port and the codec too, just like what I configured in the last step. And if you want to enable the prom sound, you could just enable this option too. And I think this will allow you to schedule the background music or the playlist to play the announcements across different zones. Okay, and next I will show you how to upload the music and how to create a playlist for the TF card. Here you will see the basic settings, audio management page, and you enter into this page. You will see the upload audio title and playlist title, and you can create different playlists, and you can upload different audio files from your desktop. Just click to upload button. You can choose different music files from your desktop, and once your audio files are uploaded, and they can be used as audio source in button configuration or the multicast playback functions. And if you want to create a new playlist, you can just click this button to create a new playlist. And you can give it name, and you can select the specific audios into this playlist. Okay, and check this out. You can just click the submit button to save this playlist. And if you click any playlist, you will see the musics on the right side, and you can delete the musics, and you can delete the playlist too. So it's a very convenient page to manage all the audio files and all the playlists in your 32 gigabyte TF cards. Okay, next I will show you how to use the event scheduler feature. Okay, the event scheduler will allow you to automate actions for up to 30 schedules. And you can just go into the basic settings, event scheduler page to create or delete the event scheduler, and we also provide you the holiday settings. Okay, let's create a new event scheduler now. You can click the edit button. to configure the event scheduler. Here you can define a name and the description for each scheduler to make it easy to identify, and you can define the date range and weekdays for execution. And if you have configured the holiday, and you can enable or disable holiday exception depending on your requirements. And you can assign a programmable button or a custom task to the schedule. As if you want to you want to finish the multicast paging, you can just configure the action as the button 16. And by the way, you need to select the time, such as from 16 to 17. Okay, and check all this information is good, and you can click the submit button to save all these settings. Okay, and assign all the programmable keys or custom tasks to these schedulers, and all of these tasks will execute automatically at a defined time. And I think it's very useful for daily announcement, music playback, or automated paging tasks. Okay, and as for the holiday settings, you can just drag the date, and the holiday will be selected. You can just click the submit button, and the holiday setting will be saved, and you can enable the holiday exceptions here. Okay, that brings us to the end of today's training of the M100 dispatch microphone console, because I think the highlight and the core features of the M100 is the button settings and the event scheduler settings. It enables the serverless solutions for all of you guys, and it's very useful for some small to medium scenarios. And thank you for taking time to join this session today, and we hope this session has given you a clear understanding of the M100's main features and operations and configurations. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask now, or you can just email us through the Zego@zego.com.